Hey everyone, and welcome to Almost Cancelled. I'm Peter, that is Connor, and we are going to talk about the Twilight Zone Season 1, Episode 4. It's called A Traveller. So, full spoilers for the episode, as always. And this is Connor's first thing that he's recording after being sick for like 4 days.
Yeah, it's been rough.
It's his triumphant return.
I'm not really triumphant, not yet.
If ever.
It's a half-hearted return.
Yeah. So this is why this Twilight Zone review is so late, because we're almost at the next episode. But yeah, so this is an episode in which we are set in a small police station, state trooper specifically, and it's in Alaska. We're near this air base, and the plot largely revolves around this deputy who gets suspicious because there's a prisoner who's not meant to be there. Like, they don't know how this guy got in here, played by Stephen Yen. He's in the cell. No one put him there. And what's going on? Who is he? Why is he here? What do we know about him? Very little. So, Greg Kinnear plays the captain, and he's very nice. Christmas, and he does this tradition where he always pardons one of the people in the tank. Obviously not like a murder or anything like that, but usually they've got drunks and things. That's like, we'll let one of the drunks off.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas present.
It's very biblical, this.
Yeah. And yeah, so that's kind of just about it. And the plot goes in directions, and we find out why he's there and who he is and whatever. So I'll ask the question: did you enjoy A Traveller?
Yeah. Same answer as the last few, I suppose.
I don't know if it is the same answer as the last few, because I think this one pissed me off the most out of any of the episodes.
Oh, really?
I think I was angrier at the end of this than I was at any of the other episodes. And the reason being is because I felt positive first 15, 20 minutes. I was like, okay.
It's a bit of a trend, that, isn't it?
I like the setting. I like, it's Christmas. It's, we're in Alaska, so it's always cold. But, it's this kind of like, this secluded setting in the police station. You've got the townsfolk for the party. But you've got the one cop who doesn't believe what's going on and is suspicious, and okay, the mystery of who he is. Why is he there? He has no backstory, he has no records. How did he get here? And throughout the first half of the episode, it was setting up a bunch of different plot beats that seemed like they were very important. One was that there's an airbase nearby that is kind of mysterious, and the power grid keeps kind of going out because of whatever they're doing. The other one is that our main character, Sergeant Yuka, she, like, her brother, who's the drunk she's brought into the cell, keeps mentioning how she's doing things their way, the white people's way. She's not, staying true to her heritage. And so that's another big thing that's set up. And then the third thing is that A Traveller, once he's out and he's having fun with everyone at the Christmas party, he's kind of riling people up. He's bringing up conflicts that they have with each other that some of them don't even know about, and he's causing chaos. And then we get to the end of the episode, and not a single one of any of these things matters or is developed in any meaningful way. I hate it all.
Yeah.
What was the end of this episode? What was the message? What was it trying to say? I don't have a clue. This is a mess. Do you know what I feel like? I genuinely feel like this way. I feel like this script, because it's got all these different plot threads that feel like in a normal episode of a TV show or a movie or whatever, would be there because they're seeds for things that are going to be developed throughout the story, right? And they're going to pay off later on. I feel like this was generated by a computer in some sort of auto program, and it set up all these plot threads, and then at the end it just kind of ended it randomly in any way that just they could, and that's it. We're done.
I don't disagree with that. Like I said, I should point out, I am still ill, so I struggled to have the passion when I was watching this. I was, I don't think I was ever as into it as you were in the first half. Although, like I said, it was all right. It was pretty good, which has been on par with most of these episodes now, the first half or so. And then it started spinning its wheels, and I kind of checked out. So by the end, I wasn't angry because I wasn't invested anymore, but yeah, I can definitely see where you're coming from.
I was just mad because I think 4 episodes in, I'm getting this real bad sense that I don't think the writers of this show know how to wrap up stories, like, at all.
Four episodes in, and I kind of dislike this show at this point. It's just not good.
It's kind of not good. Like, and there's been good parts to some of the episodes, but they all come with caveats. I like this about this episode, but here's what's wrong with
that's been true about all of them. Like, there's been good things about all of the episodes,
it.
but all of them ruin it by the end.
I think this one's the worst though, because I don't I think the way this ruins the rest of the episode makes them all kind of redundant. Whereas the tension I felt on the plane in the second episode is still there. I don't necessarily hate the rest of it because of the ending. The first half of last week's episode, the replay, like, that's still very effective on its own. Whereas this one, it was all kind of relying on because it was building up to whatever it was building up to. So the fact that it built up to literally nothing and just this, like, oh, aliens, lol.
Which didn't mean anything, because who cares?
Which would be fine if, like, it was like, oh, the Air Force base that's nearby, they're experimenting on aliens or something like that, or like, that'd be fine if that was the direction it went in, but it didn't do anything with it.
No.
And
it ended with, oh shit, they're aliens, which we'd kind of already figured.
And the last, like, 10 minutes of the episode is like this weird thing where Greg Kinnear's character might be colluding with the Russians, so he races off to, like, this one, like, power grid, like, station where you can manipulate what's going on, and, like, Yuka, like I genuinely thought, because this is the thing, the episode is so poorly written that I thought when Yuka ran out of the station to go and drive after him, I thought she was driving after the captain because she was worried about him, because the way that Stephen Yeun was talking about it, it was like this was an ambush point, that luring him out there would be dangerous. I thought she was racing after him to save him, but then when she arrived, she pulls out her shotgun and says, I'm arresting you, Captain, because you're colluding with
I
Russians.
had a different read on this.
Okay.
But neither of them, ended up right, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So the aliens going, hey, when we find out where that station is, we win. Basically, that's the key critical point. So he wants the captain to go there to lead them to the station, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, she's going to stop him getting there so that they don't have this invasion. I didn't think that she actually believed that there was collusion going on or any of this stuff. I just thought she was trying to stop them getting information.
No, she did, and it's like, wait, so was he colluding with aliens, or did he lead them out here, and this is how the aliens could arrive? I don't know.
I don't know. It tries to give this speech about, lies are only effective if you believe them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's meaningless.
It is meaningless. Nothing in this episode has meaning. Like, I think there's meant to be a poignant moment at the end where her brother in the other cell looks over at Stephen Yeun's Traveler character and says, "Oh, I think things will be better with you guys in charge." And I'm like, what is this episode trying to say? I don't understand. And again, I want to take you back to the first half of the episode. It spends so much time where he seems to know so much about these other characters and the townsfolk. He brings up that the mayor's been kind of making deals, and the other guy's quite upset about it, and they start having a fight. And I'm like, why is he doing this? Like, knowing where this goes and that he's an alien and he's just kind of like readying the invasion. What purpose does he have to try and rail up townsfolk? I don't understand it.
I don't know.
It makes no sense in retrospect. I don't know what he was trying to do. And why does he care so much about Yuka and talking to her? But what does he even accomplish in this? I mean, I suppose the only thing we can say is that the captain did lead them to this power grid thing, and they did have to get to that to invade, and that is the purpose of the whole night, is to make him do that.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
But I don't know, like, so much of what he does to get up to that point is just kind of weird.
It amazes me how much this show is squandering talent. Because, do you know who directed this one?
I noticed, yeah.
Yeah. So this is from the director of A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, a film which we both think is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got, some good actors in there. It's just the writing room. It's a mess.
It's a mess. I actually can't believe how badly written this episode is. Nothing pays off. Nothing that is set up actually feels meaningful by the end of the episode. And much like some of the other episodes, I mean, I think obviously episode 3 benefited from being quite clear what it was trying to say, at least, even if it was kind of murky into its execution by the end. This episode, much like the end of the plane one, it's just like even worse than that one. I think somehow I didn't think this was possible after that episode. I think the meaning of this episode is even harder to try and piece together. I have no idea what the point of this episode is. And here's the thing: if they didn't try and make some statement at the end, if it was just no creepy setting, there's this mysterious character who is and okay, the twist is that he's an alien and he's here like that's a fine concept. There's nothing wrong with the concept itself, but the episode doesn't naturally build to that conclusion in a way where that's like a satisfying kind of like, oh, that's what this is, right? If it just focused on their trust of him and him proving whether he was trustworthy or not, that'd be one thing. But the way everything plays out in the last like 15-20 minutes is just nonsensical. But
Yeah,
plot beats just don't naturally lead to other plot beats. Things are just happening.
I've got nothing for you. I'm sorry. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I'm sitting here trying to think. Can I think of any defense as to how anything might fit together? And I can't. I really can't.
Yeah. And it's weird because obviously one of the things we often talk about in these is like, okay, are the cast any good? Obviously Kinnear's likable enough, and
Yeah, I think all the cast are good, right? They're solid.
varying degrees. You know, they do well enough, I suppose. Cinematography's fine. I mean, I guess coming from, you know, I'm a poor, you expect it to be good, but
yeah,
it just all of this seems redundant to talk about because all I want to talk about is how it makes no sense and how the ending pissed me off.
What is the point in talking about any of it? Because the episode doesn't care about talking about any of it.
Mm.
You know, it sets up like early on. It establishes that okay, they're Inuit people, and they've got these other traditions and customs. It's Christmas. That's why this is important to them. It's like no. This isn't our festivity. We have our own things to do. And it does absolutely nothing. It goes nowhere. I thought, because that was in like one of the first two scenes, I think.
Yeah, you're thinking that's going to be the main theme of the episode, and the only thing I can possibly think of is that the aliens coming down will take our customs away from us. Like, that is the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I guess she accepted the lie that is, the American culture. I don't know. I'm really reaching.
Oh dear! Obviously, at the end we get a teaser for the next episode, which is the Wunderkind. You know, he's because that's what I mean. This is a bit different from the old show because these actually have clips on it, whereas in the old show, Rod Serling would just sort of stand there and say, "Hey, next week this actor's going to star in this episode."
This is a next time clip. Yeah, I just don't watch those.
Well, I wouldn't normally on a serialized show, but this is like a different movie every week, so I'm okay getting a little mini teaser.
No, I get that. I just never. Doctor Who is the only show ever that I watch those for. Weirdly, I don't know why. Don't ask me why that one, but it is.
Yeah, it's bad taste. That's what it is.
Screw you. It's better than this.
Sadly, that's normally true. So the Wunderkind's got Jacob Tremblay in it. I know who's the main person.
Cho, wasn't it?
John Cho, yeah. John Cho, Jacob Tremblay, and basically Jacob Tremblay's this Wunderkind who's running for a government position of some kind. I don't want to say president, but it was like mayor or something like that. And John Cho is like the campaign manager or whatever.
I don't care because all I'm assuming is they're going to shit it away at the end anyway.
Well, we'll find out. Number 5 might be the lucky number. Maybe this will be the one.
Oh, do you know what? Yeah, we what day is it now? Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
So right, nearly a week late, and I wish I just hadn't bothered. Because this was a waste of 50 minutes.
Yeah, I was mad at the end of it. And, do you know what? Normally, because I watched this yesterday, normally if I watch something a little bit in advance. So, I'll give it a little skim before we talk about it, just to refresh my memory. I don't need to. I don't remember why I'm upset.
I'd say you could have given me a heads up, but I mean, it is the
No.
trend of this show, so.
What? Yeah, but then I risk you going, no, I don't want to watch it. And I'm like, no. I need to make sure the review happens. There.
I just want you to know, this is the first thing I've watched since Game of Thrones, which I made an effort to watch fighting through my illness.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a come down.
I was requested on the live streams this week that at the end of the TV news you get 5 minutes to talk about the last Game of Thrones.
Are you going to allow it?
Yeah, I'll play some video games or something while you're talking about Game of Thrones. I'm not paying attention to you.
That'll be fun. It'll be we record that the weekend, so it'll be basically a full week since I've watched the episode.
Yeah.
It's just
Well, there should have been
from
one
memory.
There should have been one right after, but obviously you were sick, so.
Well, yeah, but normally it would be right before. We do record it a couple of days before.
True. I feel like we've been recording on Sundays more. I mean, this is still before, admittedly, but I feel like we're supposed to record on Fridays, but it's been Sundays for like months at this point.
That's because like Netflix keep hitting us with shit on a Friday. I mean, we do this on a Friday as well usually. So
usually, yeah, but we're late again because Connor's sick. Ginger pacing.
I was properly ill this time though.
Yes. Yeah. Connor was literally in bed for 2 days. I didn't hear about him.
I literally slept for about 36 hours out of the last 48.
Last night on the stream, people were saying "R.I.P. Connor" in chat and all sorts of things. So that is Twilight Zone episode 4. Let us know what you think of it in the comments. If you liked it more than me did, please try and tell me why. But woofed. This was woofed. I'm just gonna keep saying it.
Keep saying it.
But yeah, so you can let us know what you think in the comments, like and subscribe, usual things. Get us on the Twitters at mailed_fudge for channel updates. If you want to support the show and the channel and everything we do here, head over to patreon.com/mailfudgetv. We can support us for as little as $1 per month, and you can get some bonuses and specials and things like that. You also can buy shirts and hoodies with some of our logos on them. You can go and do that at the Spreadshirt stores. There's a US and a UK store. Links in the description below. But otherwise, that is us. So thank you once again for watching or listening. We always appreciate it. Keep watching TV, guys, in the Twilight Zone.